JohnJohnsonBodyPiercing.com.
Hi, I'm John. Thanks for letting me do your piercing for you today. There are several factors that go into how a piercing heals. Aftercare is one of them. We're going to talk about your aftercare suggestions now. One of the things you might experience with any new piercing is at least a small amount of bleeding. It's normal for any piercing to bleed at least 2 or 3 days, maybe in small amounts, but some people might have a little bit more bleeding or a little bit longer. Sometimes piercings may discharge a clear or white fluid, and that can last sometimes weeks or maybe even months, depending on the person or the piercing. None of that's anything to panic or worry about, but it is important to remove that type of debris, whether it's discharged material, dried blood, or even dead skin. Piercings need to be kept clean, and I suggest only cleaning your new piercing with plain water. I suggested using only water to clean your new piercing because all the first aid products, antiseptic products, anything that might say antibacterial like a soap, those products you're familiar with are all made for something, but not a body piercing. If the manufacturer didn't suggest body piercing instructions on the label, that means they don't think you should use it. That means that I can't tell you to use it either. So, take a shower like you normally do. It's okay to wash your face, wash your hair, wash your body. It's okay to use mouthwash and brush your teeth like normal. Just remember that those products are not intended for your body piercing. I suggest cleaning it only with water. So anytime there's debris on your piercing, you just rinse it with water. During your shower, avoid your piercing the best you can. Your shampoo and body soaps are not made for your piercing. Clean around them, and at the end of your shower, just rinse off with water. Any other time of day, perhaps you're at work or school and you can't jump in the shower, you just find a restroom. Maybe it's a good idea to wash your hands and saturate a paper towel or a tissue with water and then massage around the piercing to moisten up and hopefully remove any debris that's collected around the jewelry. A homemade saline solution made out of non-iodized sea salt and warm water is the only thing I ever suggest putting on a new piercing. Be sure to use only 1/4 teaspoon for every 8 ounces of warm water. Mix that with exactly 8 ounces of water that should be warm. Some people prefer to use distilled water to make their solution. Pour your non-iodized sea salt solution in a cup you don't mind putting a fresh piercing in, and soak for 5 to 10 minutes 2 to 3 times a day, and then rinse your piercing off with fresh water. Sea salt solution like this can be used as a soak, or for piercings like nostrils that might not be able to be soaked so easy, you can use it as a compress. One of the things also that I think is very important about taking care of your piercing is not spinning or rotating the jewelry. Sometimes if you get your ears pierced at the mall, for example, and they use one of those ear piercing guns, they might tell you to rotate and spin the jewelry inside your new piercing. I would tell you that's bad advice. When jewelry moves inside a new piercing, there's friction that can only slow the healing time and cause scarring. Now your body moves anyway, so the jewelry is going to move too. We can't stop that. But let's not make it worse by thinking that you should spin or rotate your jewelry in a piercing. Taking care of your health should be a factor you consider when trying to heal anything, in this case a body piercing. Healthy people tend to heal easier or faster, so I would suggest taking vitamins, getting plenty of sleep at night, keeping your stress levels low. These are all factors in being healthy, and again, healthy people should expect to heal a little easier or faster. With all piercings, the initial jewelry needs to be appropriately sized to fit your anatomy during the very beginning when the piercing might swell, especially oral piercings like lips, tongues, and cheeks. Therefore, you might want to visit me again in about 2 weeks so that we can talk about downsizing your jewelry to a more comfortable or snug fit. And lastly, if you have any problems or concerns with your piercing, whether it's in the first days or weeks or later on in many months or even years, you can always come in and see me here at the shop. I'm always happy to help you out, and we'll help troubleshoot your problems or just find new jewelry for you that you're going to love.
JohnJohnsonBodyPiercing.com.